Well, that was fun. Let's try another one. This was not so clear a heresy. Let's see. My God is Real. Kenneth Morris wrote the words and the music. It was very popular in the 1980s. Sandy Patty sang it. There are some things I may not know, some places I can't go, but I'm sure of this one thing, that God is real, for I can feel Him deep within. Now, I put the word "for" in bold because that's really the only problem in this line. Can you see it? The problem is an experiential apologetic, you might say, that my experience is what is the foundation of my faith. Okay? Now, I have no problem with saying that I can feel God deep within. In fact, that's a scriptural concept, that my spirit, His Spirit, bears witness with my spirit that I am a child of God. My only problem is the word "for" indicates that the primary means by which I know that I'm God's child, or that He exists at all, is not because of evidence or Bible or sort of objective truth, but it is my own experience. Well, that's a rather weak foundation, and if you've ever been in a conversation with someone who is very clearly not Christian, and you simply can't convince them in spite of all the evidence that has been before them, they say, I don't know, I feel that the system of teaching that I have is right, and I can't leave that. Well, that's frustrating to be on that side of things. In the same way, if that's the foundation of our faith, it could be a significant problem. So, God is real. He's real in my soul. My God is real, for He has washed and made me whole. His love for me is like pure gold. My God is real, for I can feel Him in my soul. Well, is there a way to fix that without having to completely throw that song out? I think that perhaps there is. I think maybe all you have to do is replace the word "for" with the word "and." For example, my God is real, and I can feel Him deep within. It is part of my apologetic. It is not the foundation of my apologetic. It's not the center of it. God is not real because I can feel. I just have to replace that one word and say, I also, besides that, I can feel Him. Let's try another one. I'm forever grateful. This is not filled with heresy, but we're on a heresy hunt. Let's see what we can find. You did not wait for me to draw near to you, but you clothed yourself with frail humanity. It's almost a quote from Philippians chapter 2 that he did that. You did not wait for me to cry out to you, but you let me hear your voice calling me. Now maybe you can see it, maybe you can't, but that sounds Calvinistic. You let me hear your voice calling me. Somehow it was all God. From beginning to end, it was all God. God gave me the faith to be able to respond to Him. I was dead. I was so completely dead that I couldn't even hear His voice. But God didn't wait for me. He let me hear His voice. Now, the question is, okay, if that's Calvinism, is Calvinism bad? Well, that's a significant question in and of itself. From my perspective, it's not even a heresy. It's not even a minor heresy. It is a systematic theology. But you have to know your audience. You have to know your congregation and know that some of them may be sensitized to that and might say, I have a problem with Calvinism. And it would be wise if you, being the worship leader and the one who chose the songs, read a scripture, Ephesians 2, 8 through 10 or something, and say, God found us when we were dead in our transgressions and sin. So it's a good thing if we are the discerning ones, if we are the ones who are most aware of potential heresy or problems in a song. All right, let's try another one. Living Water by Jim Manley. Down below our arguments, beneath our deepest doubts, there's a hint of something beautiful that's trying to get out. No bigger than a mustard seed. Oh, that's in the Bible. There's nothing much to show, so send your living water and watch the flower grow. Living water. Yes, that's very nice. Living water, that's in the Bible too. Then we get to the chorus. Living water, loving mother, loving father, fill us with love. Living water, loving mother, loving father, fill us with love. Notice mother comes first. That's very egalitarian, isn't it? Actually preferring to speak to God as a woman, as a mother, rather than a man. Was there an actual problem there? I don't know. Let's keep going. We've tried everything there is to drink, from Coke to mountain streams, and some of us have lost ourselves in wine and smoky dreams, if you know what I'm saying. But now we know we're thirstier than how we were before, so send your living water until we thirst no more. And we get to the third stanza. For so long we've pictured you an ancient Superman, masculine and loving us the way a daddy can. But now we know you're mama, too, in tough and tender ways. A hug and something cool to drink to see us through the days. Well, that's a rather weak view, and certainly the feminine side of things. And so we're seeing God from the female side. Now, does God occasionally describe himself in a female way? Yeah, a couple times in the Bible where he does use a feminine kind of thing, but he always refers to himself as a man. And so we want to be careful about this, and be aware of the implications behind a song like that. Let's do one more. God recycles, reconciles us. Now, for Earth Day 25, this hymn was made available. Rusty Edwards wrote the word. Music by Jane Marshall. Oh, I know that name. She wrote the music to My Eternal King. It's very powerful, strong text. Okay. God recycles, reconciles us. God restores us, gives us worth. Ding, 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 gives us worth. We've got a little red flag that goes off and some alarms that we say, oh, is that the center of the gospel? Beyond that, it's an awkward metaphor, I would say. God recycles us, but it's not a bad metaphor, He recycles us. He renews us. He reconciles us. He restores us. He makes us born again. I mean, that's not a problem. It's just a little goofy, It's a little awkward. But if you're singing it on Earth Day, when we're more aware of that, maybe it could really be powerful imagery. Anyway, if you celebrate Earth Day, it's in the church calendar, the early church fathers. Anyway, it's not. Through the resurrection of Jesus, we are granted second birth. That's good. God, who blesses us and keeps us, calls us all to keep the earth, purifying air and water, cheers the one who gave us faith. Born of water and of spirit, in God's image we are made. Yeah, that's true. Stewards of God's good creation. World for wealth we must not trade. Okay, that's world for wealth we must not. Okay, all right. I'm agreeing with these values. That's okay. Dreaming of a new tomorrow, we awaken fresh today. Hopes of and prayers of global healing permeate our work and play. Somehow we have sacrificed the gospel for something different. With the swiftness of an eagle, act on what God has willed. Grateful hearts now practice caring till the vision is fulfilled. Well, anyway, if you celebrate Earth Day and you believe in those green values, which I think, most people should believe in green values, that's all good. Now, there is a problem, because the Bible never tells us that we are stewards of earth. What it tells us is that we are the authority, we are the lords over earth, which is a very different position. Now, if you are the Lord over earth, then the earth is your tool. Now, you want to take good care of your tools, right? Because you want that tool to be around for the next generation. And in that sense, even though we are Lord of the earth, we have authority over it, we have responsibility to keep it. All right? But this is not Buddhistic theology, where Buddhism says we submit to the earth. The earth is over us, it's Mother Earth, and we must be careful stewards that way. So we've got to be careful about how we couch our theology, that we have a Christian view of that application and not some other worldview, which has been very common.